pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Reinbold. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's talk for a minute about LSU and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead. But this is a matchup, regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams in the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up the first down. Smashes through the tackle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
They're going to ride this running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Hart. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Seems as if these 2 have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your...
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, LSU. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense. Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. He got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with the lone back. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. The Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line. Through the air, it's Noble. Flushed out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The give on the option. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Reinbold. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab, it's Boone. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Fires to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Myers. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fights off the defender. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here he goes breaking the pocket. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps him. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Wants to throw. It's Noble. Good timing on the quick out. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
At the 45, on his way. Turns it on down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Warriors. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The lone back's got it. Oh, it's out. He picks it up, still on his feet. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. They'll run for it. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Meyer. There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive.
Here we go.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Hit as he throws. Finds space on the right. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Looking downfield, it's Noble. Moving away from pressure. Grab near the marker, it's Mayer. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He uncorks one deep. Finds a spot in the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Purdue is currently trailing but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Alabama. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure coming. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Caught behind the line. It's Fuentes. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, the ground game. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Quarterback sneaks it ahead.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hawaii. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Reinbold. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Makes the grab on the big throw. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll try to get it through the air. Takes the easy one to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So 1st down will open up the final period.
Cooler.
Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Thorne.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Makes the grab on the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. LSU quick to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Extending the play. Touchdown, Tigers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And the extra point was good. it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36.
And the Hawaii offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Oh, he makes the catch. They got him free for a big gator down to the 43.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Noble. That's caught. It's Mayer.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to run salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good. You're late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense, doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job. And you did it.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Caught over the middle. It's Meyer. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. LSU right back to the line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And tackled there by the defense. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone, and they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go bumps. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Motion from the wide receiver. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Motion from the back. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Hart. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
I was ready for this 4th down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. Running to Green. Got enough for the first down. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This performance is one of those in the midseason that shows that championship medal. You're challenged in a top 5 game. You at worst are going to hold on to your position, and you've done it by being physical and running the football.
Man, it's so nice to be a coach when you know your team is going to meet the challenge. They rose to the challenge. You didn't have to doubt them one time today, Jesse. You can see they were physically ready to play against a great opponent.
And it is impressive, too, David, because on paper, they've got the stats, and you know they've got the dudes with the measurables, but you want to see them run the ball against a top 5 opponent in a game like this to know that it's real. They're for real. They're going to be for real the rest of the year.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. 1 for 2 on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. Why are they throwing here? Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late